Hello guys, this is Jonathan, I'm a physical therapist and founder of Rise Rehabilitation Fitness. Today we're going to talk about bent over rows. It is a back exercise, but it tends to help work on shoulder stability, so it's going to fit within this shoulder series that we're talking about. Rows are pretty much great for everybody because we tend to slouch, okay? Not that far. All right, we tend to slouch. So you see how his shirt is kind of rounded out. What we want is you to have a nice upright posture, and these muscles that sit in between your shoulder blades are what help with your row. They help you squeeze. So how are we going to train that? You're going to add weight as you're working on that squeeze. One good way to do that is, right now if Abe was standing and he was to row, that's not really against gravity, and that's not going to train the muscle. So you're going to take the weight, and he's going to go bent over. A little bit more if you can. So he's going to sit back. Why is this important? Because now the muscle has to work against gravity to pull up the weight. Okay, and that's a good row right there. What is a mistake that some people do? Sometimes they'll overarch their back and they'll really hyperextend. That puts a lot of pressure on your back. Or they'll round out their back, and that'll put you at risk, especially the people that have any histories of herniations or any kind of issues in your back. He is nice and straight and solid. If you can keep your back as straight like this and the weight is kind of distributed on your hip, that's an excellent position. Some people can't, which is why I tell people to use the bench. So you'll find the bench at pretty much every gym. We'll keep it right there, and then he can rest. Put your right knee on there. He can rest one knee and his left elbow, or he can just completely lay on it just like that and do a row. Or you can go up and just put your forearm on it. Sit up. Yeah, there you go. So you can rest your forearm and do the same thing. So if you don't have the strength to stabilize your back, you can use the bench to do that work for you. And his shoulder's still going to be working against gravity to pull up the weight. So there you have it. That's the rows, bent over rows, and also with a bench variation to stabilize your back. Great for shoulder stability. Another way you can use a kettlebell, but honestly you could really use a dumbbell for that. You could even use a plate if you feel comfortable holding it. It doesn't matter where the weight is coming from. If you want, you can use a band that's anchored to the floor or the end of the bench. Whatever it is that's resisting weight, you just need to be against gravity for the muscle to actually work the right way. There you have it, shoulder stability using the bent over row.